Hello, my name's Lisa and I'm the vicar at St Mary's Church, and it's really lovely to be with you in your classrooms today to think about remembrance. You might have guessed that was what we were going to think about, because you can see I'm wearing my poppy, the special symbol of remembrance. So, I've got a medal here. I was given this medal last year because I did a sponsored walk and they gave me the medal to say well done for doing the sponsored walk. We're often given medals for doing special things, aren't we? One of the reasons that people are given medals is when they've served in the war. These medals were given to someone who served in the Second World War. One of the most special medals that you can be given is this one. This is called the Victoria Cross, and it's awarded for amazing acts of bravery and selflessness. That means not thinking about yourself, but thinking about other people. So someone who was awarded this amazing medal was someone called, here he is, Lance Corporal Johnson Behari. He was awarded the Victoria Cross. One day in 2005, Behari was driving a tank and it was hit by lots of rocket grenades. This is the kind of tank he might have been driving. And the other men inside the tank were injured. And the viewing devices up the top were also damaged. So Behari had to stick his head out of the top in order to drive the vehicle back to safety, even though he was being shot at. And then he carried each of his wounded comrades out of the vehicle to safety while still under enemy fire. It was really brave. On another occasion, Behari was again driving a tank when it was hit by a grenade, and he received serious injuries to his face and his brain. But he managed to keep driving the tank out of the ambush area before he passed out. He had to have a big operation on his brain, and he still lives with pain to his head and his back. Well, when Behari was awarded the Victoria Cross Medal, they said of him, Behari carried out 2 individual acts of great heroism by which he saved the lives of his comrades. Both were in direct face of the enemy under intense fire at great personal risk to himself. So he was awarded the amazing Victoria Cross Medal. So at Remembrance time, we remember that during wartime, many people are particularly brave and particularly selfless. They don't think about themselves. They put other people's needs first. But you know, it doesn't have to be in wars that people are particularly brave and particularly selfless. Let me show you another picture. This is George. He was an 11-year-old boy who was so inspired by the work of the British Legion, who help those who've served in wars, that he walked 22 miles to raise money for the charity. He walked with his family from the Battle of Britain pub in Northfleet to the Royal British Legion village of Aylesford. And George said, a while ago, I saw a news story about a war veteran, someone who'd served in a war in the past, who was forced to sell his medals to pay the bills. And the Royal British Legion stepped in to help. And I thought it was so sad. So I came up with the idea for the walk, and we've raised £1,000. So it's not just in wartime that people are brave and selfless, because it's quite brave to walk 22 miles. It's a long way. And it's quite selfless because he probably got some serious blisters and sore legs. But he did it to raise money for war veterans. So every year, in this season of remembrance, when we remember those who have served in wars, I think we should ask ourselves the question, are we going to let this remembering change us? In the Bible, chapter 12 of the letter to the Romans says, never give up. Hate everything that is evil and hold tight to everything that is good. Do your best to live at peace with everyone. As we think about the bravery of the soldiers who fought in the wars of the past, are we going to learn from them to be brave, even when we feel scared? As we think about the men and women who serve in the military today, people like Harry, who risk their lives to provide peace and stability in our world, are we going to learn from them to think about others before we think about ourselves? Well, you might not get a medal for being kind to your brothers and sisters or being brave when you're feeling scared. You might not get a medal. But if you do behave with kindness, with selflessness, with bravery, you'll be showing that this remembrance time has changed you, that thinking about the sacrifices of war has changed you. Christians believe that Jesus is our friend and our role model, that he can help us to be brave and to be selfless and to be generous. So I'm going to pray now. And if you want to make this your prayer, you're welcome to say Amen at the end. Dear God, thank you for all who have served in wars in the past and today, who have given their lives so that we can have peace. As we remember them today, help us to learn from them, to be brave and to be kind. Amen.